I wanted to come on today to talk to you guys about breakups and how you get over a breakup as fast as possible when your ex has moved on. You're literally stuck still in the emotions of how you're feeling and you just can't get through it. I get so many messages every day saying to me, how am I going to get through this? How do I get past this? Literally, I'm so heartbroken over my ex and I just can't move on. So I wanted to come on to address this because my name's Kel and I'm a breakup coach, and I deal every day with people going through this very same heartbreak, and it's hard. There is no denying it. It is hard. So I'm going to give you some of my tips and explain some stuff to you today. So buckle up. My first suggestion when you're going through a breakup is to allow yourself to feel the feelings, because a lot of people consume alcohol or they do things that just make the situation more prolonged and just worse. They hold all their feelings down, they act like they're absolutely fine, and they're just literally putting off the grieving for another day. Because trust me when I tell you, going through a breakup that you do not want is exactly the same as going through the grief of somebody passing away. And you might think, what? But actually, sometimes it can even feel worse than someone passing away, because you're adding rejection onto the long list of other emotions that you feel when you're going through grief. So dealing with rejection alone is hard enough without feeling the loss and the fear, because when you're going through a breakup, it's scary because your future was planned. Your future had your ex as a starring role, and now they're not there anymore. And it's come out of the blue. You lose faith in your decisions. You lose faith in your ability to be able to see that there's a problem, because in your eyes, you didn't even know that there was a problem so big that you were going to break up over it. When your ex moves on with somebody new, it's so difficult because you can't help but sit and feel like, I must have meant nothing to them. I must have just meant nothing to them. How can they just move on from me like I'm nothing? And I'm sat here stuck, not being able to, paralysed. Literally not being able to move on with life, not being able to eat, not being able to sleep. Your mind is completely consumed with your ex and what they're doing. And you imagine that they're living this absolutely amazing, perfect life. And that's not the case. And the hard thing with that is it's all just your imagination. You don't know what's real and what isn't. You can't help but look at their social media. That makes you feel a million times worse. Then you're speaking to their friends, trying to find information to try to make yourself feel better. But everything you do just makes you feel worse. And there is a reason for this. And this is what I want to talk to you about. So let me just go back literally for a second. So my first advice to you is to allow yourself to feel the feelings. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to sob, talk about it as much as you can, get coaching, do what you need to do. Literally speak to as many people as you can about this. Be real about your feelings and allow yourself a pity party. All I'm going to say to you, darling, is don't stay there for too long. Because then you need to stop. You need to take stock and you need to look at the reality and do the work. And that leads me to my second tip. My second tip is literally as soon as you break up with somebody, rather than begging and pleading, listen, I understand it's completely natural. It's the first thing that we want to do. We want to convince them that they don't need to break up with us. You don't need to break up with, us up. We can work this out. We can get through this. It will be fine. The worst thing to do, because that person hasn't decided to break up with you in a split second. This decision has come over a period of time, weeks, months, some cases years, and they've just decided that they don't want to be there no more, but you sadly were the last to find out. So my advice is to go no contact, all right? But it has to be done correctly, because most people, if I ask them what is no contact, they'll say, well, it's not contacting your ex. It's not sending them a text. It's not ringing them. It's not emailing them. And they think that is what no contact is. But it's far more than that, darling. It's far more than that. Real, true, no contact that is going to get you results. And by results, I mean you are going to heal and move on. I don't mean results in the sense of getting your ex back. Because no contact does not get your ex back. What no contact does, if it's done properly, is it gives your ex the opportunity to miss you. And that, by definition, can get your ex back in some circumstances. But I would never make a promise that you're going to get your ex back, because that is just selling snake oil. It's not going to happen on my channel. So, you know, you need to do no contact so that you get yourself back. All right? Because right now, you're lost. You don't know what you're doing. You can't see the wood for the trees. Your future is like, you're in panic mode. You're in depression mode. You're in upset mode. You feel the loss. You're really, really worried. So for that reason, I wrote my book, Silence is Your Superpower. Oh, here it is here. Silence is Your Superpower. Sorry if it's back to front. But yeah, it's absolutely, I've made it really short and to the point, because you don't need a great big book to sit there going through it, repeating. This will tell you exactly how to do no contact properly. No stone unturned. You will know how to do no contact if you have children together, if you have to still live together under the same roof while you're selling the house, if you work together. It goes through all of it, because that becomes then limited contact. But this book explains it all. If you get this book and you do it 100%, come back to me in a month and tell me you don't feel so much better. So that is the second tip that I've got for you. Do no contact, but do it properly. Do not be begging, pleading. You literally go no contact. You take stock of yourself, and then you work out where you're going to make your next move. My third and final tip for you is journaling. Now, journaling is literally the best thing that you can do, because when you're going through a breakup, you're going to be sitting there. Your mind is going to be going over and over and over. You know, you're going to feel angry. You're going to feel upset. You're going to have thoughts that you actually can't even tell anybody about, because they might be bad thoughts about your ex, about their friends, about their family, you know, about your relationship itself, about your ex themselves, and they're things that you can't even talk about because it makes you feel guilty. And that is why I created my book, brand new book. It's called Burning Your Breakup. This, my darling, is a breakup book like no other. It is a burn breakup journal. This is literally pages and pages of questions asking you all about your breakup, asking you the questions that you probably feel really bad answering. But with the beauty of this book, the thing that separates this book from the rest is that you are able to write down all of them things that make you feel bad, that make you feel guilty for thinking them. You know, you can talk about your ex's kids, you can talk about your ex's friends and family, you can talk about the stuff that literally you wouldn't want anyone to know because you'd feel bad saying it. There's even a page where you can voodoo your ex. So you can literally stick the pins in, write down what you want. And the beauty of this one, my darling, now we've all been brought up to respect books, haven't we? But this one, my darling, no respect needed. Because when you've written down all of your feelings, read it all back to yourself, cleansed yourself of these feelings, you rip the pages out and you burn them. Absolutely fantastic. You can click the link, the email link in my bio, and have a little look. I've got other books there as well, and they are all designed to help you get through this breakup as easy and quickly as possible. Because let's be honest, darling, you don't need to be stuck in this feeling for too long, because it's hideous. And there are better days coming for you, but you need to do the work. So I'm here to help you. I hope you have an amazing day. And if you get the books, please let me know how you get on with them, because your feedback is invaluable to me. So send me a little message and let me know how you get on with them. All right? Have a day as wonderful as you are. You've got this.